Namaste. Welcome to the Hanuman Chalisa live session number 3. Am I audible? I hope you're all able to hear me. Thank you. So we'll start the class in a second. Start with Om. Sit in the front. We'll start with Om 3 times. Give it back to me at the end of the class. As I've mentioned earlier, it's a hybrid class. So there is a live broadcast of a physical class that is presently happening at Books and More. So there may be some disturbances. Disturbances caused are regretted. Further, please do have a notepad and pen with you so that you can take down your notes. You're also encouraged to post your questions in the form of comments in the live chat window. I will try to answer them. The class will be interactive, so even the live participants can answer and ask questions during the course of the class. Right? So we'll start the session. Chant Om 3 times. Please sit straight, hands Chin Mudra. Start with the Jnana Shloka that we have seen in the very first class. I hope the window is refreshing on the live stream. There is a lag, the window is not refreshing quick enough, but basically this is the 𝗖𝗵𝗹𝗶𝗀 Shloka, so I hope most of you have it down in your books. Chant with me. 𝗖𝗵𝗹𝗶𝗀 धृतदिव्यशीलम् ब्रह्माद्वयं व्यापकमव्ययं च राजाधिराजं विशदं विराजं सीताभिरामं प्रणमामि रामम् मनोजवं मारुततुल्यवेगं जितेन्द्रियं बुद्धिमतां वरिष्ठं वातात्मजं वानरयूथमुख्यं श्रीरामदूतं शरणं प्रपद्ये. Let's chant the first shloka in the Doha. Shri Guru Charana Sarojaraja Nijamana Mukura Sudhari Varanau Raghuvara Vimalayasha Jodayaka Phalachari. So now we will continue with the meaning of the first Doha. To summarize what we have seen, I have tried to refresh. It's not yet loading. There seems to be a lag in the load. I have already refreshed on my OBS Studio as well as on the YouTube. Okay, so so this shloka which we are going to see right now will help us take forward the meaning of the shloka that we have seen so far. To summarize what we have learned so far, Shri Guru Charana Saroja Raja. We take the dust from the feet of the Guru. Who says this? Tulsidas ji says this. Who is the Guru? Two meanings we saw. Sita Devi and Hanuman himself. Hanuman was the Shishya of Sita Devi and he in turn is the Guru of Tulsidas ji. Otherwise, Sita Devi is the one who is a direct Guru who gives us the wisdom of Jnana of Rama and takes us directly to Lord Rama. Okay, so Guru is Sita Devi or Hanuman. Now, taking the dust from the feet of the Guru, which means taking Jnana from the Guru in small, like a dust particle, we clean the mirror of our minds so that it will become clean and we can visualize the glories of Lord Rama. Right? So what are the glories of Lord Rama? We see from the Dhyana Shloka, 𝗟𝗵𝗪𝗔𝗥𝗡. Okay, there are many more glories of Lord Rama also. And then if we visualize Lord Rama like this in our minds, what will we get? We will get the 4 fruits. What are the 4 fruits? 4 purusharthas: dharma, artha, kama and moksha. So this is the basic meaning that we saw. We understood a little more about why the mind in the previous class. Why should we see Lord Rama's glories in the mind? The moment the mind is compared to a mirror, the story that becomes relevant, or the shloka that becomes relevant, is 𝗟𝗘𝗔𝗥𝗡 Ashtakam came to mind, because 𝗟𝗘𝗔𝗥𝗡 Ashtakam, Dakshinamurti Stotram, composed by Sri 𝗪𝗵𝗪𝗪, is a celebrated stotra on Lord Shiva as Dakshinamurti. What is his role as Dakshinamurti? Who can tell me? He is the one who gives jnana. How does he give jnana?
With keeping himself quiet.
Exactly, keeping himself silent. All he does is sits under the tree. And the 4 rishis, Sanakadi Samaradhya, Shivajnana Pradayini, comes in Lalita Sahasranama. Remember, Lalita Devi herself is Dakshinamurti who gives Shivajnana to the 4 rishis. Just by keeping himself silent, by holding the Chinmudra in his hands, through silence he imparts wisdom. The significance of through silence he imparts wisdom is this: however much anybody tells you anything, you will not learn unless you will learn it inside you. Learning has to happen internally. So that is a symbol behind Dakshinamurti's Upadesha. Okay, now here in Dakshinamurti Ashtakam, I have asked you to write the first shloka. I think even the live viewers can see the first shloka. Yes, he was the first Guru Rachnaji. Adi Guru he is considered. So now let's just chant the shloka together. Then I'll explain the meaning. Then we will try to compare the mirror in this shloka with the mirror in the Dhyana shloka. Okay. Vishwam darpana drishyamana nagari, Vishwam darshana darpana drishyamana nagari, Tulyam nijantargatam, Tulyam nijantargatam, Pashyannatmani, Pashyannatmani, Mayaya, Mayaya, 𝗟𝗵𝗂𝗺𝗓𝗋, 𝗟𝗵𝗂𝗺𝗓𝗋, यथा निद्रया, यथा निद्रया, यः साक्षात् कुरुते, यः साक्षात् कुरुते, प्रबोध समये, स्वात्मानमेवाद्वयम्, स्वात्मानमेवाद्वयम्, तस्मै श्री गुरुमूर्तये, नम इदम्, श्री दक्षिणामूर्तये, Okay. To understand the meaning of this shloka, one commentary was written called the Manasolasa by one of the Sringeri Gurus. Pages and pages are written about this shloka to understand it, because it is a little cryptic. Okay, what is so difficult to understand in this shloka is very easily given to us like Laddu in our Sri Guru Charana Sarojaradya shloka. That is why I am comparing and contrasting these 2 shlokas first in today's class, to understand what is the benefit of visualizing Lord Rama in the mind. How easy it is to get the benefit that Dakshinamurti Stotram gives us. What is the benefit? Vishwam darpana drishyamana nagari, tulyam nija antargatam. Okay, you take a mirror. Okay, you take a mirror, and in that mirror, you are in a place which is very crowded with many things. Okay, so you focus on things apart from yourself. So what will come in the mirror? All the objects which are in the room. Okay, the world itself is compared to all the objects that we see in the mirror. Okay, like a beautiful city, the entire world, Jagat, is compared to a beautiful magical city. Where is a magical city? On the mirror. So is it real or unreal? Unreal. Okay, where is the city really? The city is there in itself. Same way, everything that we see in the mirror abides in the self. Nija antargatam. It is in the self. But we think it is outside. This is very difficult to understand, no? So Shankaracharya, out of his kindness, gives one simple example. Okay, all of you can easily understand if I give that example. Assuming you are now deep asleep, okay, and you get a beautiful dream. Okay, in that dream, okay, Shreya is winning an award. Somebody is calling her on stage and honoring her and giving her an award. Does Shreya see herself receiving the award in the dream?
Yes.
Yes. So who is the seer of the dream?
Shreya.
Who is the person receiving the award in the dream who is being seen? Shreya. So there are two Shreyas here. One Shreya who is seeing, another Shreya who is receiving. When Shreya is having the dream of receiving the award, she coolly sees herself walking on stage and receiving the award, when in reality she is sleeping and having the dream. So she is the one who is the dreamer. She is the object in the dream. So she has projected herself in the dream. Is the dream Shreya real or the sleeping Shreya real?
Sleeping Shreya.
So then when she wakes up in the morning, she'll pinch herself and say it was only a dream. Right? But maybe you'll get an award, maybe you'll go on stage really. But that will be real Shreya going on stage. But the dream Shreya is not real. The dreaming Shreya is real. In the same way, what is the sentence here? Pashyan Atmani Mayaya Bahiriva. Atmani, the self is seen outside oneself because of Maya. Okay, what is the cause for this? This dream itself is a magical thing which many of us can't explain. Right? It's like a dream world, magical world. You don't know what will happen in your dream. When you go to sleep, do you know that you're going to get an award in your dream today? No, you will just go to sleep thinking you're going to sleep. Correct? Same way, there is this veil of Maya which causes Shreya to project herself in the dream world as somebody receiving a dream. Same way, this Maya operates in real life also. It projects the entire Jagat outside you, when in reality it is inside you only. It is not outside you at all. So, Pashyan Atmani Maya Bahiriva, as if it is outside. You see yourself outside rather than within you. Okay, Yatha Nidraya, for example, like in sleep. That is the example given by Acharya. Like in sleep, you see a dream object which is yourself outside your reality. Yaha Sakshat Kurute. So when she wakes up to the reality that the dreaming Shreya was real. That is called Sakshatkaram, seeing the reality. So one who sees the reality, Prabodha Samaye, at the time of gaining Jnana. When he gains Jnana, what is the Jnana he gains? Swatmanameva Advayam. He realizes that he is non-different from Brahman. It all appeared to be a dream. The entire reality, the entire world which seemed real, the entire life that he had, the body that he had, the people whom he dealt with, everything is like a dream when he gets Jnana. What is real? Only the self, Atma, is real. Everything else is dream. Till then we identify so much with the world. We cry when somebody close to us causes us hurt. When good things happen, we rejoice as if there is no tomorrow. And then we lose perspective. We get trapped into so many illusions made by Maya. But everything will fall off just like a dream. Just like in dream state, just like how everything falls off. When a person gets Jnana, everything falls off. For this, therefore, Acharya prays, Tasmai Shri Guru Murtaye Nama Idam. For this, I bow to my Guru Dakshinamurti, give me Jnana, he bows. Very difficult, no? To say, get Jnana, wake up from the dream situation, realize that the entire world is situated in yourself only and nowhere else. Very difficult.
मैम जब माया रहेगी तो हम दूसरे वर्ल्ड में रह ही नहीं सकते हैं ना.
हाँ.
ट्रुथ तो यही है ना.
Because truth तो we are tightly bound.
हाँ. ट्रुथ तो यही है ना कि जो माया हमें घेरे रखती है तो हमें वो रोना भी पड़ता है और वो हंसना भी पड़ता है.
हाँ, ऐसा है कि that Maya is like a cage. You can't get out of that cage. You are trapped in that cage. So this shloka says, Guru, please save me from this. Very difficult. Now, if you start analyzing the shloka, people will give a lot of steps. Okay, how do you get out of this Maya? How do you take Guru's anugraha, get out of this Maya, get Jnana? All this they will talk. Here in our Hanuman Chalisa, simple method is given. What should we do?
गुरु के चरण की रचना.
गुरु के चरण तो इसमें भी है. तो इसमें क्या है? राम जी को माइंड में रखो. मिरर जो है ना, that mirror, instead of seeing that whole nagari, instead of seeing that magical city in the mirror's mind, see Rama in your mirror's mind. If you are seeing Rama, are you seeing real or unreal? Real. If you are seeing magical city, are you seeing real or unreal? Unreal. So when you see the real, you are excluding yourself from seeing the unreal. So what do you do? That is called bhakti. One-pointed focus, also known as dharana. One-pointed concentration on the object of bhakti is called dharana. Okay, it has a different name. When you go at it from, when you look at it from the Vedanta or the yoga point of view, it has a different meaning. But from the point of view of bhakti, dharana is one-pointed focus or concentration on the object of bhakti, namely Lord Rama. If you do that, what will happen? All the Maya's effects will not be visible on your mirror. It won't even hit your radar. आपको रोना नहीं आएगा, आपको हंसना भी नहीं, ऐसा होने का आपको faith होना, bhakti होना. That is what is bhakti. So here it is a very easy upaya. It's like training the brain. You train the brain to look at Rama everywhere and everything. You see a child who is crying and not cooperating with you in the morning when you want to get her to study or go to school or do something. Because all of us, many mothers face this. You get frustrated, you get angry. You see Rama in your child and say, okay, Rama has given me this child. This child is not different from Rama. Let me treat my child like that. Treat your child like that and see. Give it time. Treat your child like that and see. Slowly you will stop at least identifying yourself so much with the successes and failures and the happiness and the sorrows of others around you. First, leave your own happiness and sorrow. Identifying ourselves with the happiness and sorrow of people around us causes us more stress than our own happiness and sorrow. Then we can come to our own happiness and sorrow. Okay, so the moment we start detaching, that is called detachment through attachment. Be attached, do your duty with complete love as if that person is God's gift to you, because that person is God's gift to you. Our family, our situation in life, our parents, even our workplace, everything that we do is God's gift to us. Correct? So you hate a subject, say. Say, what is the subject that you hate, Sai? French. So you hate French. Think of French as something given by God to you to test your patience and to make you a more patient and strong individual. Then what will happen?
I'll start liking French.
Whether you like or not, you will do. First thing is you will do. After that, you can look at liking, not liking. Correct? Same for Shriya. Your disliked subject is civics. You look at the civics book and say, okay, this is God's gift to me. So what will you say? I have to, at least now tell child, you have to do it. You do it when you finish it. When you finish your work. That's all you have to do. Do it as God's work. Everything will become acceptable and everything will become palatable. Nothing will give sorrow, basically. Okay, so now, having seen, that's why I wanted to compare and contrast. What is very heavy Advaita, what is very heavy Jnana, which is beyond the scope of most of us, because we feel that we are trapped in the samsari world. We are grahasthas, we have people around us whom we have to look after. So we can't renounce and go to the forest and sit in silence and do tapasya for many years. What is so difficult for us, one easy upaya is there. Bring Rama to the mind, like Hanuman did. Hanuman didn't bring Rama only to the mind, he brought him to every molecule of his body. Correct? We can't, even if we get every molecule of the body or not, whether or not we manage to bring him to every molecule of our body, we can bring him to our minds at least by training the mind to look at Rama. One easy upaya I'll give you for this. Anybody can tell me what is a way to bring Rama to your mind easily?
Whatever we do.
Do it as Rama's work, yes, but one easy thing you can do, one upaya is there, which has been given by our forefathers.
हाँ मैंने तो समर्पण उससे ही वो भगवान
समर्पण कर सकते, that's what she was also saying. समर्पण कर सकते हैं, क्योंकि समर्पण के लिए भी थोड़ा ट्रेन करना पड़ता है. आपको माइंड में वो सोच रहा था, जब कर रहे हैं ना, we are doing something, it should occur to us that we are going to do samarpan. For that thought also to occur to you, one way of training your mind. Take Rama's name, yes. Before that, do one practice, especially for children, it will help you a lot. What can you do? Write Rama's name. Take a book, write Rama's name, because what we connect with our eyes, hands and our mind automatically fixes the thing in our mind. So the name is a Taraka name. The name is a protective mantra. Rama itself is protective mantra. So just writing Rama's name will give you Rama's qualities. Okay, at some point we will go into Rama's qualities. From Ramayana, if we quote, very beautiful qualities of Rama are mentioned. Just as you open the book of Ramayana, you will find the qualities there. Okay, Valmiki's questions talk about the qualities, Narada's answers talk about the qualities. So the moment we write, yes, Aartiji, write Sri Ramajayam, very nice, Nama Japa, yes. So what we can do is, in the diary, every day, children especially take a small notebook dedicated to Ramanama. I have a book at home, Shriya, for my use. I'm sure you can create one of your own. All of you can open a normal notebook, draw lines in it and write as many as you can in a day. You don't have to spend too much time on it. How many minutes do you have in the morning which is free for you?
20,
half an hour you have. Give 10 minutes of that half an hour time. 10 minutes you write. Even if you are able to write in 10 minutes, if you are able to write a page, wonderful. Those of you who have to work on your handwriting can use it as handwriting practice. Those of you who don't have to work on your handwriting can still use it to train your minds. Okay, so that is benefit of writing Rama's name. So having seen this, we see the last definition of Phalachari which was left out. We saw two meanings of Phalachari. One was Purusharthas. The other was 4 kinds of Bhakti. The third one I'll tell you. The third one, 4 kinds of Moksha. So for someone who has got Jnana, there are 4 kinds of Moksha which are possible. Yeah, where did I keep your book?
I took it.
Please write them. Phalachari, 4 kinds of Moksha. I'll give you the names.
𝗖𝗵𝗹𝗶𝗀.
Very good.
𝗖𝗵𝗹𝗶.
Very nice then.
𝗖𝗵𝗹𝗶.
Salokya. So in order we will go. First is Salokya. Salokya refers to inhabiting the same loka. Okay. Inhabiting the same loka. Salokya. So when you get moksha, where do you go? Sai Sutit. If you are getting Salokya moksha, where are you going? Vaikuntha. Very nice. So Salokya is inhabiting the same loka. The next one is Samipya. Samipya. Samipya refers to going close to Lord Vishnu and doing service to him.
What's the difference between Salokya and Samipya?
Salokya, you will be there in the gate of his palace serving Jaya and Vijaya. Whereas Samipya, you will be close to Lord Vishnu, carrying his fan, taking his clothes, bringing his books, helping him write his notes, whatever you are doing for him. Okay, so essentially you are close to Lord Vishnu. Whereas Salokya, you are the same loka as Lord Vishnu, but you may not necessarily be very close to him. After all, a loka is a very big place, right? You can be anywhere in the loka. You can be a fly in the loka also. What will you do then? Can you do much service to Lord Vishnu? But if you are close to him, you at least will be a fly on his garland. Okay, so Samipya means near him. Then next is Sarupya. Sarupya, you start to look like him. Who looks like Lord Vishnu? Yes, we have seen it in Vishnu Sahasranam. Vishwaksena looks like him. Like that we have others also. Okay, so people who look like him, Sarupya. Then last is Sayujya. Sayujya essentially means merging into him. Completely identifying and merging into him. So even in moksha, in the same loka, there are 4 staras. All the 4. Sayujya, 4th. Sayujya is merger with the deity. Okay.
Example of the last.
All the ones who have attained moksha and been with him, been merged into him. Okay. Now we come to, so having seen this shloka, shall we go to the next shloka? Give us some water, no? I think she's coming. Take a look. Please take your time. Anyway, I have to reload this also. This went off, so I have to get this back. There was a network disconnect. Again, I've gone live. I hope you can hear me. Okay, we'll start the next shloka, the second doha. Great. बुद्धिहीन तनु जानिके,
बुद्धिहीन तनु जानिके,
बुद्धिहीन तनु जानिके,
बुद्धिहीन तनु जानिके,
सुमिरौ पवन कुमार,
सुमिरौ
पवन कुमार, बुद्धिहीन तनु जानिके
बुद्धिहीन तनु जानिके
सुमिरो पवन कुमार
सुमिरो पवन कुमार
बल बुद्धि विद्या
बल बुद्धि विद्या
देहु मोहि
देहु मोहि
बल बुद्धि विद्या देहु मोहि
बल बुद्धि विद्या देहु मोहि
हरहु कलेश विकार हरहु कलेश विकार बल बुद्धि विद्या देहु मोहि बल बुद्धि विद्या देहु मोहि हरहु कलेश विकार हरहु कलेश विकार. Once more I do line by line. बुद्धिहीन तनु जानिके
बुद्धिहीन तनु जानिके
सुमिरौ पवन कुमार सुमिरौ पवन कुमार बल बुद्धि विद्या देहु मोहि बल बुद्धि विद्या देहु मोहि हरहु कलेश विकार हरहु कलेश विकार. Okay, together we'll chant. बुद्धिहीन तनु जानिके सुमिरौ पवन कुमार बल बुद्धि विद्या देहु मोहि हरहु कलेश विकार. Okay, clear? Any doubts in chanting? Easy, no? Good. We'll see the literal meaning and then we will understand the other questions that come up each minute. But it's actually a very nice, beautiful shloka. In most stotras we find that in the beginning the prayojana or the benefits of chanting it are mentioned. As you would have made out from this shloka, Bala Buddhi Vidya Dehu Mohi. Give me Bala Buddhi Vidya. Who prays? Tulsidas prays. Tulsidas wants Bala Buddhi Vidya for himself. Imagine how great Tulsidas is. Does he need Bala Buddhi Vidya? No. For whom is he asking? For all of us. So just like all the authors are compassionate and they want the benefit for us, Tulsidas also is the same way here. Okay. Just tell Chandra not to make noise. Get up and go and tell her. Okay. So here, Buddhihina Tanu Janike Sumirau Pavana Kumara. I'm not telling the meaning, just go. Bala Buddhi Vidya Dehu Mohi. When you're chanting, no, please say Buddhi. Okay, Bala Buddhi. Vidya is not Vidya, it is Vidya. Okay, so Bala Buddhi Vidya Dehu Mohi. Please give me Angyupe Koitar Kasum. Please, Angyupe Koitar Kasum. So please give me Bala, Buddhi and Vidya. So this is what Tulsidas is praying. So why Buddhihina Tanu Janike? That is the reason why he is praying so. Buddhihina Tanu Janike. Knowing Tanu means body. Correct? Here, can the body be without Buddhi? Buddhihina means body without Buddhi. Doesn't make sense. So she has like this so that article can see. Buddhi. Don't hide that article. Okay. So Buddhi means intellect. Intellect is a part of set of four. What four? That is called Manas Buddhi Chitta Ahankara. It is called. Last class also I had mentioned Antakarana. Please go watch the Vidyamrita video on what are the Antakaranas. Antakaranas are inner organs of perception. Okay, Buddhi is a part of that. So here when Tanu is being referred to, essentially it refers to the Antakaranas. Knowing that the Antakaranas is deficient in Buddhi. Whose antakarana is deficient in buddhi? Tulsidas says, my antakarana, his antakarana is deficient in buddhi. Buddhihina tanu janike. Janike means having known. So please write, having known that my antakarana is deficient in buddhi. We'll explain why, okay, why he feels so. 𝗖𝗵𝗹𝗶𝗀 I remember Pavan Kumar. Who was Pavan Kumar? Hanuman. I remember Hanuman. One exercise that children, especially you, can do is, what are all the names of Hanuman? What are all the names of Rama that are coming in the shloka? Please write down. Last shloka, last doha, what was the name of Rama? Raghuvar, correct. In this shloka, what is the name of Hanuman? Pavan Kumar. So please write a table at the back of your notebook. All names of Lord Rama mentioned in Hanuman Chalisa. Which line does it come in? Which chaupai does it come in? Which doha does it come in? Same way, names of Hanuman. Okay, in Hanuman Chalisa. Here Pavan Kumar.
Having known that my antakarna is
Deficient in buddhi, I pray to, I remember rather. 𝗖𝗵𝗹𝗶 means I remember. I remember who? Pavan Kumar. Pavan Kumar is Hanuman. Okay, so I remember Hanuman. 𝗖𝗵𝗹𝗶 Pavan Kumar. Bala Buddhi Vidya Dehu Mohi. Please give me Bala, Buddhi, strength, intellect and knowledge. Please give me strength, intellect and knowledge. Please give me strength, intellect and knowledge. Bala refers to strength, Buddhi refers to intellect and Vidya refers to knowledge. Harahu, so that I may defeat or so that it may be defeated. Harahu, to defeat. Klesha and Vikara. Kleshas, to defeat. I'll be very slow. To defeat Kleshas. We'll see what are Kleshas. Kleshas, to defeat. From the beginning. Knowing the antakaranas to be deficient in buddhi, I remember Pavan Kumar, within bracket Hanuman. Please give me Bala, strength. Please give me strength, intellect and knowledge. Please give me strength, intellect and knowledge. Please give me strength, intellect and knowledge to defeat klesha, afflictions, vikara, klesha, afflictions, vikara, afflictions. Vikara can be translated as a vitiator. I'll explain what it is. Vitiator. 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 Something that vitiates is a vikara. Vitiator. I'll explain what is a vitiator soon. This is just a little translation made by me. I'll explain the meaning, then you'll understand much better. So knowing the intellect to be deficient, knowing the antakarna to be deficient in intellect, what is Tulsidas ji trying to do? He is trying to remember Hanuman, so that he gets Bala, Buddhi and Vidya. So that something gets defeated, what? Afflictions and vitiators. Six vikaras, what they are, we will just see. So now I'll explain the deeper meaning. Basic meaning is clear, no, to everyone? Basic meaning, if it's clear, I'll repeat the basic meaning once more. 1 second. Chandrakala, ikkada live class online potundi. Ever maatladutunnaro sloga maatladaniki cheppu. Lekapode bayata poi maatladaniki cheppu. Okay, so I'll explain the meaning again. Knowing the intellect to be deficient, knowing the antakaranas to be deficient in intellect, I remember Hanuman so that I may get strength, knowledge and intellect, and my afflictions and the 6 vitiators may be overcome, defeated. Meaning I'll get into now. Why is Tulsidas's buddhi hina? Why is our buddhi hina? First question should all ask, no? Is my buddhi hina?
Yes.
Why?
As regards to what is real and what is unreal, our buddhi is most definitely hina.
So as regards, very good, you got a point there. With regard to discrimination between the real and the unreal, the buddhi is definitely hina. The buddhi does not know what is real, what is unreal. Whatever is unreal, one passing fancy, it runs after thinking it is real. It runs after man-made things like money. Did money get created by God? No. We created the concept of money to put ourselves in one trap. It runs after man-made traps like money, like various other things. For what purpose? Thinking it gives happiness. So the mind, the intellect is deficient because it does not know to discriminate between real and unreal. What is that quality called? Discrimination between real and unreal. That quality is called Viveka. Viveka. Standard example of Viveka, who can give me? One animal, one bird.
Two birds and a tree.
No. Swan. You give a swan milk in a dish mixed with water. The swan is capable of drinking the milk and leaving the water. That is called discrimination between the milk and the water. Same way, the mind, which is like a swan, should discriminate between the real and the unreal. Our buddhi is incapable of doing it, so it is hina. So what does the commentator say? The commentator says the buddhi is hina because we are completely immersed in tamas. Tamas means ignorance. That ignorance only causes us to not know the difference between real and unreal. Okay, there are three gunas. What are the three gunas?
Tamas.
In case you don't know, there is a 𝗟𝗵𝗹𝗶𝗀 video on the three gunas. I think I mentioned in the last class also. You can go and see examples of Sattva guna, examples of Rajo guna, examples of Tamo guna. Now, Maya thrives on Tamo guna because tamas means darkness. Ignorance is darkness. Darkness, andhakar of avidya, we say, no? Darkness of ignorance. So, why is it dark? Because it does not allow you to see the light. It is dark. What? Maya. Okay, so here, because of Maya, the buddhi is hina. It does not know how to discriminate between real and unreal. So, buddhi hina tanu janike. Knowing that my antakarana is deficient like this, I therefore remember Pavana Kumara. Why are we so molded in tamas? Why are we so immersed in a world of tamas? It is because of the klesha and vikara. We'll come to that shortly. Okay, so now, whom is the author telling us to remember? He is telling us to remember Hanuman. What does he call him? He calls him Pavana Kumar. There is a significance behind Hanuman being addressed as Pavana Kumar. What is the difference? What is the significance here?
Air Jasa.
He is a son of Pavan. He is a son of Vayu. So he is Pavana Kumar. Okay. Son of Vayu. How will he bring discrimination in the mind? How will he purify the mind? For that, to give the example, Swami Ramabhadracharya in his commentary gives a beautiful reference from the Vedas. Okay, in the Vedas, is it now better? Is the disturbance better now? Are you able to hear me? I mean, is the disturbance gone? Are you able to hear me better now? Because there was a disturbance comment. Okay, so the example that Swamiji gives in his commentary is as follows. There is a part of the Vedas called the Taittiriya Upanishad. In that, the origin of the elements is explained. What comes first, like that. Okay, first comes Akasha. Akasha is space. Does space have form? Can you touch, taste, feel? Nothing. You just know space is there. Correct? After space, what came, you know? That which you can feel but you can't see. What is it? Air. Vayu. After Vayu, what came? Agni. Agni has form. That's the first element with form. And it is hot to touch. So, from the subtle to the gross, the elements came. After Agni came water and then Prithvi. Jala and Prithvi. Okay. So, that is the order in which it came.
Why not the other way around?
This is the way it came. Because from Sukshma, always Thula gets created.
But why not earth first, then water?
What is more solid? Earth is more solid than water. Can earth flow? No. Water can flow. So, water came before earth. Now, this is the prakriya or the order in which elements appear. So, what came before Agni? Vayu. Son of Vayu therefore is Agni. After Vayu came Agni. Son of Vayu, Agni. So, Agni has a name called Pavaka. Pavaka means purifier. It burns away all the impurities. That is why Agni is very important. Agni can char all the impurities. Once something is completely burnt, you won't have a trace of it also. Okay. So, same way, Hanuman being the son of Vayu is equated to Agni. So he is a Pavaka, he is a great purifier who will clean up our intellect which is so shrouded in tamas, he will burn it away. So the author says, let us pray to Pavana Kumara, son of Vayu, namely Agni. So please write the 𝗟𝗃𝗺, the deeper meaning is Agni equal to Pavakaha equal to purifier equal to Hanuman. This is for children to write like this. I don't know how the adults are writing.
The deeper meaning?
Agni equal to Pavakaha equal to purifier equal to Hanuman. Within bracket, son of Vayu. Hanuman equal to son of Vayu. Within bracket, son of Vayu. Okay, so he is referred to as Pavana Kumara.
That's all.
Agni has one more thing also that it does. Apart from burning impurities, what else does it do? It brings light. With Agni you can see, no, with Agni only you light a lamp. So the lamp of knowledge also has to be lit only by Agni. With Vayu you can't light a lamp. Come. Why are you so late? You should start from your house at 4:30 to come to class at 5:30. If you come to class at 6:15, what can I teach you? Open your book. Okay, so where were we?
Agni gives light.
Agni gives light and Agni also purifies. Yeah, you want me to repeat, is it? Okay, I'll repeat it. Basically, from Vayu comes Agni as per the 𝗟𝗃𝗺𝗏 Upanishad in the order of elements creation. First was Akasha, next was Vayu and then was Agni. Okay, then came Agni. Agni is also known as Pavakaha. You go sit next to your mom. Agni is also known as Pavakaha. Pavakaha means purifier. Purifier because it burns away impurities and brings light. Here Hanuman as a son of Vayu is said to be equal to Agni in his ability to purify our intellects and give us knowledge. Okay, so that is why he is called Pavana Kumara here. Okay, so Pavana Kumara because he is a son of Vayu equal to Agni. So what does the author say? What does Tulsidas ji say that we should get, what we should be blessed with by Hanuman ji? One is Bala. Does Bala mean that we can go for a wrestling championship or a weightlifting championship and win?
No.
That also he'll give you. Okay, but what else?
Strength against problems like 𝗟𝗃𝗺𝗪.
𝗟𝗃𝗺𝗪, okay. Strength against problems, strength to face problems, to overcome 𝗟𝗃𝗺𝗪. We'll come to the 𝗟𝗃𝗺 soon, okay. But strength to be resolute in the face of problems. Whatever be the problems that come, we should be able to deal with it. So it is called inner strength. Inner strength as well as external strength. Okay, so you can become a great weightlifting champion also. You can also be spiritually and morally very strong. That is also strength. Okay. There is another name for mental strength. Who can tell me? English.
Determination.
No, another better name. We keep telling, parents keep telling their children to have it. Willpower. So many things happen which we don't like. Subjects that we don't like will come in exams. Questions that we don't like, we have to answer. Things that we don't like, we have to do in life. Not just for children, even adults. We have to do so many things that we don't like, no? So many things we have to do that we don't like, including scold our children, which we don't want to do. Still we need willpower to keep ourselves strong and do it, right? So that is willpower. Willpower is inner strength. That is also Bala only. Okay, so Bala we have seen. Next is Buddhi. Now Buddhi only is the crux of the point mentioned by Shriya. Earlier she said no, our Buddhi is Hina because it does not have discriminative power, Viveka. So our Buddhi, when we are saying Bhagavan give me Buddhi, we are telling him give me Buddhi with Viveka. How will Buddhi come with Viveka? Previous shloka. When your mind is fixed on Lord Rama, you will see the real and you will leave out the unreal. Fix your mind on Bhagavan through bhakti. So by taking Hanuman's name, bhakti will come in my mind. When bhakti comes in my mind, I will see nothing else but Lord Rama. So because what does Hanuman see? Only Lord Rama. So if I take Hanuman's name, what will I see? Lord Rama. If I see only Lord Rama through bhakti, my mind will start becoming pure. By that I will get Viveka. So I will know the difference between the real and the unreal. So if somebody praises me, will I get swayed by the praise? No. Will I be unduly happy if I get great marks in one exam and unduly sad if I get bad marks in another exam? No, I'll be equanimous. Right? If I'm sitting in a hot room, will I throw a tantrum saying I want the AC on right now? No. No. I'll be able to maintain myself even in a hot room. If I'm in a very cold room, will I demand that I should be covered in all the jackets and sweaters in the house? Heater should be switched on. Will I throw a tantrum like that? No. I'll say it's okay. It's cold. It's cold. Let me try to be as warm as I can with what I have. Correct? So we try to be more patient with ourselves and the world around us. Okay. So that is also in some ways buddhi. Okay, buddhi is also being impervious to praise, criticism, being tolerant of good and bad. Buddhi is also seeing the difference between real and unreal. Okay, knowing that this is real and it will last and that is unreal and should not be pampered to, should not run behind. Sense objects are real or unreal, Shreya?
Unreal.
Okay, Yashika, good marks in exams, real or unreal? Unreal only, but you have to still work, no? Ah, good. Then because, why? Because it is your?
Duty.
Dharma. Okay, duty, correct. So Vidya, next to Vidya. I want Vidya, which means I want to top the Olympiad exam. Enough? Enough, Yashika? Enough? What else do I want?
Moksha.
Moksha, okay. That Vidya which leads to Viveka I want, yeah. Same. Everything comes to what Shreya said, you need Viveka. That Vidya which leads to Viveka. What Vidya leads to Viveka?
Rama Vidya.
Knowing the real self leads to Viveka. Fix your mind on Rama, you will know the real self. You will get the Vidya that you need. You will also get 𝗟𝗚𝗂𝗺 Vidya. You will also score good marks in your exams. Which is why Hanuman Chalisa is so popular. Bala, Buddhi, Vidya in one place you are getting. So everybody will happily chant Hanuman Chalisa saying, I will be strong, I will be intelligent, I will be good in academics. All that will also happen, plus more will happen. More good will happen. Okay, than you even think of. So everything, at the end of the day, the crux of the shloka is Viveka. What are we praying for? Discrimination between the real and the unreal so that we are eligible for jnana. Okay, so and we are eligible for jnana, okay, but until then with Bala, Buddhi and Vidya, what will we do? We will enjoy the beauty of Rama. We will enjoy the glory of Rama. We will enjoy the fame of Rama. We will listen to his stories. We will enjoy the fame.
Your duty also, no?
Correct. For that, we should have Buddhi, Bala and Vidya to do your duty also and to enjoy the fame of Rama also. And that will lead you on to bigger and better things also. Okay. So, now we have just seen the purport of the shloka. I hope it's clear. Are there any questions of the purport? Why this shloka? Why this particular thing? We get 3 benefits of chanting Hanuman Chalisa. Bala, Buddhi, Vidya as mentioned here. Bala, Buddhi, Vidya means more than what it appears. Everything is tied to discriminative power. Now we see Harahu, Kalesha, Vikara part. Something has to be defeated. Kalesha and Vikara. Okay. Kalesha refers to what? Kalesha or Klesha refers to afflictions. There are 5 afflictions as are mentioned in Patanjali's Yoga Sutras. Please write 5 afflictions. Please write in the next line. Don't write it in one paragraph. 5 afflictions as mentioned in Patanjali's Yoga Sutras. What are they? Anybody is familiar with the 5 afflictions? I have not mentioned it even in BS or any other class before. So it will be coming up in Soundarya Lahari soon. The first affliction. There's a nice mnemonic to remember it also. I'll tell it at the end of the class. Okay. First is avidya. First klesha, affliction that we face. Affliction is something which we are helpless to deal with. It comes to us. It's like COVID. You're helpless to deal with it. Somebody sits next to you, they give you COVID. You can't do a thing about it. Same way affliction comes to you. Whatever you try, however much you try, affliction is something that you have to deal with. It's a affliction which is coming from birth. First is avidya. When we are born in this world, in this body, we carry with ourselves not only our mind, but we also carry with ourselves a lovely cloak of avidya. Actually not lovely. So unlovely cloak of avidya, because that is what keeps us away from jnana. But that avidya comes with us like a constant companion. Okay, so that is an affliction. It is a disease. Okay, what is the first disease? Avidya. Avidya refers to ignorance. Is it ignorance only of math, how to solve concepts in math, or is it ignorance of just 𝗟𝗚𝗂𝗺 matters? No. Ignorance of I don't know how to light a stove. No. It is ignorance about
𝗟𝗚𝗂𝗺 matters.
𝗟𝗚𝗂𝗺 matters like
jnana.
Like the real nature of the self. I am the body. That is the first avidya. What are all the kinds of avidya that we deal with? We will try to understand so that we can actually make sense out of it. Rather than academically saying avidya is bigger than lack of knowledge about ordinary things. Okay. Now if you ask Sai Suthi, do you know how to build a house? He will say, I don't know. Can we say he is suffering from avidya because of that? No. Avidya is something different, not just lack of knowledge about worldly matters, but something more. The most basic avidya, which everyone, including even a dog or an animal, suffers from, is identification with its body. That's the first avidya. Okay, what is the second avidya? I have given you the first one nicely. Second one you can tell.
This world is reality.
The world is real. What I see in the mirror, it is real. So the whole world is real. That is the second avidya. Okay, what is the third avidya? Attachments to an unreal world. The moment you think the world is real, your attachment will become very real and will move you to this world. Apart from the attachment to the world, what else is, apart from the world itself, what else is unreal? What is the avidya that we are dealing with?
The body.
Body we have dealt. One more thing we have to say, go a level deeper. The attachment to our minds, the fact that we think we are our minds. Because why do we think we are our minds? At all points except for deep sleep, our mind is active. We know ourselves through our minds only. Suddenly if we become mindless, we'll be called mad. Yes or no? Yes. Then what will we think? If I'm not the mind, what am I? I will start questioning my own identity because I am attached to my mind. Because I think the mind is me. When I know the mind is not me, the one who perceives the mind is me, during sleep, deep sleep, I experienced peace. Who is the I who experienced peace? An experiencer of the peace, who was the self, different from the mind. That knowledge comes only in Sushupti. So Sushupti is not a Jnana state. Sushupti is simply the reality of Sushupti is that. That's all. But Jnana, you consciously experience peace. In Sushupti, you unconsciously experience peace. It's like somebody giving you a general anesthesia and knocking you off. You wake up after the anesthesia, I don't know what happened.
Yes.
I was peaceful. I was quiet. I didn't feel any pain. Who was the I who did not feel any pain? The real self which is existing. But do you have a choice about the anesthesia? The doctor came in and gave you the injection, you are knocked off. Same like sleep. Sleep fairy comes and you're off to sleep, right? You can't have it, you don't have a choice. You can't keep your eyes open beyond a point. Same way, but different. When a person gets jnana, when he knows that he is experiencing peace, he is experiencing happiness, is he conscious at the time or unconscious? He is pure conscious. He is nothing but conscious. He is conscious to the reality. And he is unconscious to the unreality. Okay, he is conscious to pure reality. That state you and I have not achieved. No. So don't worry about, oh, how will that state be? But that state will be a state where you will experience happiness. Don't we all want happiness? Don't we all want bliss and peace? That is why. Ramana Maharshi. Yes, exactly. Do you remember what he said? Please tell.
When he got sarcoma.
When he got?
Sarcoma,
when he was suffering from severe pain, he said, I am not the body which is suffering pain. He was actually able to detach himself from the body that was suffering pain also, because he did not identify himself with the body. Okay, so here 3 avidyas he talked about. Avidya, where we tie ourselves to the body. Avidya, where we tie ourselves to the mind. Avidya, where we think that the body, mind are real, therefore 1 and 2. Third avidya is avidya, where we think that the world is real. And therefore all the attachments that come with it. So we have seen avidya first. Next thing that we saw is the sutra name, Patanjali Yoga Sutras, Snehaji. Patanjali Yoga Sutras mentions the 5-fold afflictions. Yes, please ask you.
Please name all the avidyas.
I will, 3 avidyas. Avidya, 1 is body identification, thinking that body is real. Please write. Mind is real. Third is world is real. These are the 3. Chapter 2, verse 3, 2.3 of Patanjali Yoga Sutras mentions this particular. I'm not able to type. 2.3 of Patanjali Yoga Sutras mentions this 5-fold afflictions. They are avidya, asmita, raga, dvesha, bhivinesha, pancha kleshaha. Avidya, asmita. I will come to the other kleshas. So we have seen avidya first. Second one that we have to see is asmita. Asmita. How many of your friends named Asmita or know of somebody called Asmita? You may know. It's a popular name. Asmita is a popular name. Asmita. What do you think it means?
One without friends.
No, you Vaira.
Asmita.
No. Asmita does not mean one without friends. What do you think Asmita means? Lot of light, No. Asmi iti bhavaha yasyaha sa Asmita. Asmi iti bhavaha. The feeling that I am, which is there in you, is asmita. Now what kind of feeling that I am? Feeling that I am real. And this I which is real, is it the Atma that feels that it is real? No. The body goes around thinking, I am real. There is a nice shloka from Bhagavad Gita for this. 𝗟𝗘𝗔𝗥𝗡 asmi ko anyo asti sadrisho maya yakshe dasyami modishye iti ajnana vimohitaha. Who is like me? I am so great. I can give whatever I please to anyone. I have so many people with me. I am young. I have time on my side. I have youth on my side. Every single statement is a foolish statement because every single statement will become untrue in the blink of an eye. Life is so short. Who are friends? Friends are not real. Friends also have their own lifespan. Friends also, even the best of friends, everyone in this world is temporary, including ourselves. All these feelings which come from the fact that I, which is identified with the body and mind and the world is real, is therefore asmita. That asmita, is it therefore good or bad? Bad. There is another kind of I-ness which is called ahankara. There is a difference between ahankara and asmita. In Hindi we say usko ahankar bahut hai. That is actually asmita. Ahankara means the feeling of I-ness. When Vagmi wakes up from bed, she will not think she is Sai Satit. She will think she is Vagmi only. Correct? Will you wake up and pack Sai Satit's bag? You will pack your own bag. Why? You will know you are you if you start doing other people's work. Then you have to enter the kitchen and cook food like your mother does if you think you are your mother. Correct? See, you can't do it. You find it so funny. Everyone will do only what they can do. Even a dog, knows it is a dog. Dog will make friends with other dogs. Or maybe, dog will make friends with pigeons, maybe, but the dog will know its own kind. Correct? So, ahankara is sense of I-ness when you know you are you and not different from you. That is good only. If you don't have that basic feeling, you can't function in this world. Again, goes into the category of being mad. If you don't know and you mistake yourself for a pigeon tomorrow morning, you have a problem. Correct? So, ahankara is sense of I-ness. That is different. Asmita is sense of I identification with the body and mind. And that is bad. Okay? So, asmita is the second klesha or the second affliction. Ego. Ego in the negative sense is asmita. The third one is raga. Raga we all know. Raga is desire. Raga, desire. Desire in what? Desire, excessive desire. Too much of desire and even basic desire. Desire is what makes us function in this world. So desire is considered bad. Then we come to dvesha. What is dvesha?
Jealousy.
Hatred. Raga and dvesha are two sides of the same coin.
Why not? Jealousy?
You either experience raga towards something or dvesha towards something. For example, what is your least favorite vegetable? Yashika. What is your least favorite vegetable? What do you trouble your mother to eat? Fruits, huh? Okay. Not vegetable category at all. Fruits category. So the moment she sees vegetables, she experiences raga. I want to eat. The moment she looks at fruits, she says dvesha. I don't want to eat. Sorry, you asked something and I interrupted.
तो हाँ वही जैसे desire बोला तो इसका क्या बोला आपने?
Dvesha, hatred. Hatred.
Hatred, why not jealousy?
No, that is called matsarya. The word dvesha itself means not having ichha, not liking it. That is called hatred. So if you get the meaning as jealousy, you're wrong. You should take the correct meaning of any word. Dvesha means hatred. Okay, raga, dvesha we have seen. We have talked about desire before in other contexts. I'm not going deep into it. If you want to know more about it, chapter 2 of Bhagavad Gita, 𝗖𝗵𝗹𝗀𝗏, when we covered, I think in 𝗓𝗪 class also, we had talked about it. Raga, dvesha, viyuktesu, vishyan, indriyescharan, indriyartha vimoodatma, mithyacharan. Which sloka is that? 2. I don't remember the shloka number right now offhand. It comes after the 𝗖𝗵𝗹𝗀𝗏, during the 𝗖𝗵𝗹𝗀 part only, towards the end of the chapter. Chapter 2. 64, 63, that side it might be there. Okay. Coming to raga dvesha we have seen. The fifth affliction, abhinivesha. Abhinivesha. Abhinivesha refers to attachment to life and fear of death. Everyone has it, no? There is not a single person alive who is not a jnani who does not have it. Correct? Attachment to life and fear of death. Because we feel that this is the only life we'll ever have. That's the reason why we are so attached to life. I don't know anything apart from this. Even a dog, if you ask, the dog will say, I don't know anything apart from this dog's life. There's a story of 𝗟𝗘𝗔𝗥𝗡. After, I've told it also before, he was a great sage. After he passed away, when he passed away, he was thinking of a deer. Instead of going close to God, as he was almost close to getting moksha, he thought of a deer because he was taking care of a small deer baby. So he thought of the deer when he passed away. So next janma, what did he take? Deer. When he was born as a deer, you know what he did? Roamed around, looked for grass, made friends with other deer, was happy as a deer. Till luckily he was born in an hermitage of a rishi. So when he heard the Vedic mantras and the Vedic chants, he started getting drawn towards what he was before. But till then, he identified himself only with the deer. There are many cases in the Puranas also of somebody, a great king, dying and being born as a pig. After being born as a pig, when he died, he didn't want to be born as a pig. He probably was thinking of eating meat. So he was born as a pig. Having been born as a pig, he had no revulsion to his new status. He wallowed in the mud, played in the mud, behaved exactly like a pig. Till finally something...
Once Indra became a pig.
There are many stories, not only of course Indra is a big fall, but there are other stories also of a king becoming a pig. So what was the point there? Whatever janma you take, you think that is your only janma, and therefore you behave as if that janma is the most precious and you don't want to get out of it. So you have very, very great attachment to life and same equal fear of death. When we read Bhagavad Gita and when we realize that the true nature of ourselves is real and can never perish, whatever you do, whatever happens to it, it can never perish. When we realize that, automatically it gives us a lot of comfort. It tells us that don't be scared. Whatever happens, don't be scared, because there's nothing that can happen. The body may perish, but you can never perish because you are not the body. That identification, we have to develop that mental maturity over a period of time. It is not one magic wand. You open the Bhagavad Gita and you will get that maturity. We can spend lifetime thinking of it, but the moment we get that maturity, we realize what is the difference between real and unreal. So the entire crux of that second doha is getting viveka into the mind of the bhakta. How? By praying to Lord Rama, by taking Hanuman's name. Okay, by taking Hanuman's name, bringing Rama to the mind. So that was quite a serious part. I think I should tell a story to finish. Only Vikara is left. Vikara is very easy, so I'll tell it quickly. Vikara refers to the 6 ripus, 6 vikaras, 6 ripus. What are the 6 ripus? Kama,
Krodha, Lobha, Mada, Matsarya.
Very good. So take it from our which book? Which the 𝗟𝗵𝗹𝗶𝗀 video. What are the 6? Oh no, I haven't made a 𝗟𝗵𝗹𝗶𝗀 video. I'm so sorry.
धीरे से लिखा हो ना ये नाम विद्या
विद्या, ये 5 नाम आपको होना.
नहीं, जो बुक का नाम बोल रहे हैं ना, आप उस पे जाके सर्च
बुक नहीं, हमारा YouTube चैनल में है, मगर ये 6 रिपूस अभी तक नहीं डाले, करेंगे इसका.
कल भी बोले ना, लास्ट क्लास में बोले ना, क्या जाके देखना उसका लिंक.
𝗟𝗵𝗹𝗶 मैं बोली ना आपको, 𝗟𝗵𝗹𝗶 प्ले आप उसको भेज दीजिएगा, 𝗟𝗵𝗹𝗶 प्लेलिस्ट. एक्चुअली वो वीडियो लिंक है ना, आपको लाइव क्लास का लिंक है ना, उसमें नीचे डिस्क्रिप्शन में whatever 𝗟𝗵𝗹𝗶 videos we referred in the last class are mentioned there. So go click on it. Anyway, you missed half the class, Yashika, go back and see the live link and try to catch up. Okay. Now coming back to what are the 6 ripus? Kama, Krodha, Lobha, Moha, Mada, Matsarya. Kama refers to desire. Krodha refers to anger. Kama, Krodha, Lobha refers to greed. Moha refers to delusion. Delusion, again, delusion is having wrong knowledge. Brahma Gyan. Not Prabha Gyan, but Brahma. Okay, Brahma refers to delusion, having wrong notions. Okay, thinking that the body is real is a wrong notion. Okay, Moha. Kama, Krodha, Lobha, greed. Moha, delusion. Mada, arrogance. 𝗟𝗘𝗔𝗥𝗡. I am so great. Okay, Mada. That is only Asmita. Then Matsarya, what Shreya mentioned, jealousy. Okay, not being happy when others are happy is jealousy. Okay, being happy for others is good, but we are not that. No, we are usually unhappy when others are happy. That is a bad thing about being a human being. You don't find a cockroach or a dog experiencing Matsarya. You only see human beings experience this unique thing, these 6 ripus. Okay, so these are unique to human beings. Kama, Krodha, Lobha, Moha, Mada, Matsarya. Mada refers to arrogance. Now, to remove these Kalesha and Vikara, who has to help? Hanuman. So, how many came here? 5 plus 6 equal to 11. How many? 11 is a number that we know in Sanskrit literature as 11, or in our Puranas as 11 Rudras. There are 11 forms of Shiva known as 11 Rudras. Hanuman is said to be an avatar of Lord Shiva. Okay, so because he is the avatar of Lord Shiva, with his 11 superpowers in the form of the 11 Rudras, may he help us overcome our 11 problems. Okay, so that is the Tatparya of this praying to Hanuman here. Okay, apart from blessing us with Buddhi, Vidya and Bala. So I'll quickly wind up with a story. Aren't you all a little confused about one thing about Hanuman?
How is he Shiva?
How is he Shiva? And then how is he? Son of Vayu.
Of course, no.
He
He
is
was born from Anjana and Vayu.
He was born from Anjana and Vayu, and he is also Kesari Nandana, son of Kesari.
Who's Kesari?
Kesari is Anjana's husband. Kesari is the monkey king to whom Anjana was married. So he is known as Kesari Nandana also. So he has many names with many fathers, just like somebody else whom we know. Who has many names with many fathers? Kartikeya. We call Kartikeya Sharad because he is born out of the Sharavana. We call him Gangeya because he is born out of Ganga. We call him many names. Those of you who don't know the many names of Kumara, go see Birth of Lord Muruga's story. In that all the names of Muruga are mentioned. Like that, Hanuman also is born out of so many. Why? Because all of them played an important role in his birth. So in today's class, now before we wind up, we'll see his quick story of his birth. Okay, so now who was his mother? That nobody can doubt. Anjana. Okay, so Anjana was a monkey queen. Okay, she was a very sattvic lady, but she had a previous Janma story also. We'll get to that. So in the previous, what happened?
सबका पीछे का कोई स्टोरी होता है उसके बाद
तभी होता ना, तभी आपको इंटरेस्टिंग होगा, तभी आपको सीखने को मिलेगा. वो सब नहीं देखे तो there is nothing new to learn. Everything will be as it appears only, which it rarely is. And nothing is as it appears. Okay, so now there are many versions of Hanuman's birth in many sources. We will see it first from Shiva Purana and from the Ramayana, both. Ramayana written by Kamba Ramayana has a detailed account of Hanuman's birth. Okay, Kamba Ramayana was written in which language? Tamil. And Shiva Purana, which is an ancient, this one, which is a very well-known text. In that there is a part called Shatarudra. In that the story of Hanuman is mentioned. Okay, you all know Lord Vishnu came in the form of a beautiful woman. What was her name? Mohini. So when Lord Vishnu appeared as Mohini in front of Lord Shiva, what happened to Lord Shiva? Lord Shiva was agitated. Haras Sankshobham Naiti. Okay, so what happened? He got very agitated at the sight of Mohini's beauty. Okay, just like in the case of birth of Lord Muruga, what came from him? A spark. Here also a spark came from his eye. And that was taken, that time there were the 𝗟𝗓𝗔𝗔s around him. So the 𝗟𝗓𝗔s took the spark. Could they hold the spark?
No.
Who can carry the spark?
Air.
Who carried the spark there?
Agni and Vayu.
Vayu. So Vayu took the spark. This time Agni didn't play a role. Vayu took the spark. Vayu took the spark and carried it far away because the rishis could not hold the spark. They gave it to Vayu. Vayu roamed with the spark here and there looking for where to deposit it. In the previous case, the birth of Lord Muruga, he deposited it in a pond which had Lord Ganga. Ganga deposited it in a pond. Here, he took it to a cool mountain where good breeze was blowing. Okay, and then because of the breeze, he felt that the flame will cool down a little bit. It had cooled down to an ember. Okay, not a very hot flame, but it had cooled down a little. And then he dropped it. It so happened to fall on the lap of Anjana Devi, who was doing penance. Why was she doing penance? She was doing penance because she wanted to have a good son. So when she was doing penance, Vayu carried the spark and dropped it in Anjana's lap. So he is Vayu Putra. Whose spark was it? Shiva's spark. So he is son of Shiva. And then there is another story. Why did Anjana become fit to receive this spark? Why is she so great? It could have dropped on anybody, no? Why only on Anjana? If you ask me that question, that answer can be taken from Kamba Ramayana. Okay. There was, before Anjana was born in her previous birth, she was the servant maid of the Guru of the Devas. Who was the Guru of the Devas? Brihaspati. Okay. Her name was Punjikasthala. Okay. Very beautiful young girl she was. She had beautiful young girls sometimes get very distracted. So what happened? She was sent on an errand by Brihaspati to gather flowers for the puja. She went out to gather flowers. As she was gathering flowers, she got distracted by the sights, sounds and smells of the beautiful place that she was in. She was dancing there with the birds. She was playing there with her friends. She was having bath in the cool stream. All that she did, and she forgot all about the flowers that she had to pick for Brihaspati. She came back empty-handed to the palace. Brihaspati asked, where are the flowers? She said, I forgot. How many of us still, oh, I forgot. Same way she said, oh, I forgot. But Brihaspati was not a happy person to have said that to her. He was very serious. He said, how can you be so forgetful? Your mind is like a monkey. So you will be born as a monkey. So she was cursed to be born as a monkey. She said, oh, if I have to be born as a monkey, surely there should be something to redeem me from this. He said, yes. When the son of Shiva is born to you, you will be redeemed from this curse. So she was doing tapasya to get a good son. She didn't know at that time that she was praying for the son of Shiva. It so happened that the curse actually was a great benefit to the whole of mankind. Okay, what looked like a curse was actually a blessing for all of us because we got Hanuman. That is why he is known as Pavanakumar. That is why he also has other names. See, Kesari was her husband's name, so he became the heir to Kesari. He was the heir apparent to Kesari's territories. So he became Kesari Nanvira. Okay, so and he is also known as Vayaputra. Okay, so these are the names of Hanuman. If you want to know the 12 names of Hanuman, we'll see that later in class also. We'll see more names of Hanuman also in class. So today we wind up, if there are no further questions on this. With this we finish the second Doha. We will not be having class for the next 2 weeks because I'm traveling. The next class will be January, probably, I think it will be the 6th of January. Okay, I'll announce it in the group. It will be the 6th of January, Friday. Okay, no questions, we'll wind up with Om. 6 Vishetas and the 6 Vikaras, 6 Ripus. Because they are called Vikaras, I gave you a little translation Vishetar. I could have told you 6 enemies, but Vikara is not enemy. No, Vikara actually means Vishetar or a negative vritti. We'll close with Om 3 times. Gurubbhyo Namaha Harihi Om Sarvam Krishnarpanamastu Dhanyavadaha. Are there any questions from the live audience? Please ask. Before I close, I will see those. Vritti means a thought in the mind. Vikara means a variation or a change. Here it is negative change. That is why it's called a Vishiyata. Okay, if there are no questions here, only the sutra name was asked. So there is no other questions here. I will end the stream right now. Dhanyavadaha.